Courtesy of viewer and artisan David Lair, this absolutely beautiful, handmade, spalted maple shaving brush handle. We've installed a Maggard 26mm brown synthetic shave brush knot, beautifully, beautifully soft. We've got 3 days worth of beard growth, so we're going to build a lather and we're going to have a shave coming up next. Hi YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere, it's SparkerGeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another video. Great to see you again. Thanks so much for stopping by and sharing your time with me. Love getting together with you and talking all things traditional wet shave. We have a brand new shave brush in the shave den, courtesy of viewer and artisan David Lair. David, thank you very, very much. He presented this to the channel at the Maggard Meetup, the 2026 Maggard Meetup. Wow, I was speechless. Absolutely gorgeous. And through the assistance and recommendation of Brad Maggard, we selected an absolutely wonderful shave brush knot for the shave brush handle. Check it out. Here it is right here. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that absolutely beautiful? Look at that. This is a 26mm brown synthetic Maggard shave brush knot. And this spalted maple shave brush handle is absolutely gorgeous. This is just a work of art. And check out the coin in the bottom of the handle there. Look at that. INDYBRUSHWORX right there. How about that? Check that out. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely beautiful. And David also sent along the matching razor stand. How about that? This will accommodate a fat boy and some larger diameter handled razors. Really, really, I mean, look at that. It's just absolutely beautiful. And as he explained, spalted maple comes about because the maple wood gets infected with some kind of fungus. And if you catch it in time, it still retains its hardwood properties. And when you work with it, you get all these beautiful patterns. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. So, we've installed this knot recently. We did a video on that. And we've had a full 48 hours of curing time for this knot. And it's in there. It's in there. So check out that video if you missed it. Yeah, so we're going to have a shave with this. Now, since this handle is spalted maple, I'm pairing it with maple bourbon shave soap from the Subtle Art Soap Company. To keep the whole shave in that warm wood sweet lane. Yeah, this is a marvelous, marvelous scent. And it is, it's a marvelous scent. And this is a triple butter shave soap. Check out that label there. Triple butter shave soap. Yeah. Yeah, really, really wonderful. We also have the matching aftershave splash right there. And also keeping everything in that, that nice kind of earthy, woody tone. We're using our Paul Gruner lathering bowl. This came from viewer Jimmy V. Jimmy, thank you very, very much. Check that out. And you know what? When I look at this brush, it's got that, it's got a really, really neat artistic quality to it, but it also has kind of a vintage look to it as well. Don't you agree? I mean, this is something that your grandfather would have used. Look at that. I mean, it really does. So I wanted a razor that had kind of a nice vintage kind of vibe. That's why we're using the Yaki Bohemia razor right here. It's just got a really neat kind of a vintage throwback kind of a look to it. So that's the razor we're using. And we've also installed a Persona Gem double edge razor blade. A big, big thank you to Dave Wilson, RH Dave Shaves, for sending these along to the channel. Thank you very, very much. So that's already installed. We're also going to do our pre-shave wash and our pre-shave lather with the Phoenix Shaving Tube 2.0. But the star of the show is this absolutely beautiful, gorgeous, handmade, artisan-made shave brush handle from David Lair, the spalted maple shave brush handle. And I don't know what nickname to give it. I'm not sure. Spalty? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It's just great. It deserves a nickname of some kind. And, you know, David also, we purchased this from David. We commissioned him to do a shave brush for the channel, and he sent this one. This was just absolutely gorgeous. And viewers said, you know what, that looks like a lighthouse. So this is the official 3MB Lighthouse shave brush right here. And that name has just stuck. So I'm leaving it to the viewers, come up with a nickname for this one. And it just fits so wonderfully in the hand. Wow, just absolutely fantastic. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some hot water on top of the soap puck. We're going to put some hot water in the bowl. We've already got the razor blade loaded in the razor. And we're not going to soak the handle. We're just going to run the knot, the synthetic knot, under some warm water and kind of get it wet a little bit. And then we'll go about doing a brush load and building a lather. So that's what we got going on. So I'm going to do my pre-shave wash, and then we'll come back on the other side to build this lather and see how this brush handle and shaving knot performs. So hang in there with me. Okay, my pre-shave wash is all done. So let's get this hot water and dump it out of the Paul Gruner lathering bowl, and we'll dump this hot water off of the maple bourbon shave soap like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and just run this knot underneath the warm water here, and then maybe swirl it in the sink a little bit. I don't want to get the handle too wet. Just an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous shaving brush handle. All right. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just give it a little ring. Okay, so it's nice and damp. Okay, we're going to go ahead. Boy, that's nice and soft. Now I have a coin that I inserted in there to help lift that knot up a little bit, because I wanted to do, I thought that would probably give it a nice amount of backbone, but not overly so. That my Culver's quarter, I call it. And boy, look at that. That's a nice load right there. This looks like it's going to be a nice brush for face lathering as well. Okay, so that's what we got right there. That looks like a pretty good load. I got a little bit of water in the bottom of the bowl, and we're going to go ahead and start building this lather. This handle feels marvelous. It just feels marvelous in the hand. It really does. That is terrific. Look at what we got there already. So I'm going to go ahead and get a little more water there. And the scent is marvelous. I mean, that maple bourbon scent is really, really wonderful. And what's really nice is the length of the handle is perfect for this bowl. There's no clanging or banging or anything going on in there. And the knot looks like it's just beautifully, beautifully soft. Kind of has a horsehair kind of a look to it, although it's synthetic. I guess it might be the color. And the fact that it's a little slimmer loft just fits perfectly with the overall profile of the shave brush handle. And again, I just cannot believe how wonderful this handle fits in the hand. It's like hand in glove. It really is. There's a little bit of a tone shift, the Zerati shift, the tone drop, the Zerati shift, as Jimmy V has coined. Look at that. Oh yeah, look at this lather we're getting here. My gosh, look at that. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's marvelous. I can probably get a little more water in there and just a little more, just kind of dial in that consistency. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. That is a beautiful, beautiful lather. Check that out. Oh yeah, check that out. Look at that. Boom, lather. Check out that peak there. Look at that. This brush handle and knot did a marvelous, marvelous job. Man, and it's just it's like uber soft. Man, I think it was viewer Aaron Watson dropped a comment in the Monday morning mailbag saying that he has this knot and it's just beautifully, beautifully soft. Wow, that's really, really nice. Okay, so we're just going to drop that into the lathering bowl like that. I'm going to wet the face and we're going to do our pre-shave lather. Okay, just one splash. That's all we need. And look at that. Okay, just like that. This is the non-mentholated version of the Tube 2.0. Again, 3 days worth of beard growth. Look at that. Wow, that's beautiful. Look at that. That's great. And we've got this beautiful, beautiful lather here. And oh, look at that. That just paints on beautifully. Look at that, huh? That's that is so nice and soft. Again, I think this will also make a really nice face lathering brush, but you know what? I think bowl lathering is the softness of this knot is just perfect for bowl lathering and painting it on. Look at that. Look at it, how much. Look at this beautiful lather I got. Look at that. Subtle Art Soap Company. Check them out. They make some great stuff. We like their soaps. And this triple butter formula is really marvelous. I mean, look how much lather I made here. It's covering up the handle because of that boom lather quality that we got. Look at that. Look at that. Just dial in a little more here on the chin. Oh, yeah. This knot feels so wonderful. And the handle, again, it just conforms so nicely to the hand. It just feels great. It really does. Man, very, very nice. All right. We're going to heat the razor up under some hot water. The Bohemia razor has a plate that you can shift from a mild approach shave to a little more aggressive just by flipping the plate. I have it on the mild side, which is side number 1. That's what I have it dialed into. Even then, I think it's a 0.95 millimeter blade gap, I think. But my first review with this was it was really, really smooth. So this is all I'm going to need for 3 days worth of beard growth. All right, here we go. 30 degrees, a light touch. Let the razor do all the work, gentlemen. That is really, really smooth. Nice and smooth. I think the reason why it's so smooth is it's the gem blade, it's the smoothness of this razor, the Persona gem blade, and it's also the wonderful lather that this shaving brush whipped up. But it's the triple butter formula. You got to try it. You really do. Wow, great residual slickness. I mean, 3 days worth of beard growth. That's nice. Wow. I mean, it's just taking the beard down. Now, I probably got a good, I would say 85 90% here on the upper lip. Razor head does a nice job of getting up underneath, but not completely. I mean, look at that. That's not exactly a low profile, but I'll get the remainder on the east to west pass. So first pass done. Let's rinse. This is a nice first pass. I'm kind of stepping inside socially acceptable shave territory, just stepping through the door. I'm not quite there. I'm just stepping in the door, just stepping through the door. You know, that's probably where I'm at right here. And I don't know if I splashed in there a little bit. I don't think so, but this brush and this knot does such a great job. Look at that. And just bringing that lather back. And again, the softness of this brush is incredible. I know it as the Maggard 26 millimeter brown synthetic knot. I don't think it's called anything else. And that's what Aaron Watson referred to it as. He said, I've got that brown synthetic knot. And obviously, it was a 26 millimeter knot. The handle was made for a 26 millimeter knot. And man, this is just wonderfully, wonderfully soft. And again, it's, wow, look at that. I mean, it just made a great lather. And again, I mentioned this, and I got to mention it again. The handle feels so natural in the hand. There is just something there about this design. It just feels great. And that spalted wood just looks awesome. Just an awesome looking shave brush handle and razor stand. All right, so let me just set that down there like that. I'm going to drain the sink a little bit. We're getting up there. Drain that a little bit. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay, now. All right, here we go. We're going to go with pass number 2. We're going to go east to west across the grain. Boy, that feels great. I mean, this shave soap has really, this lather has some really, really wonderful, wonderful slickness. And again, the mild quality of this number 1 plate, very surprising. Again, if I recall correctly, 0.95 millimeter blade gap. I can't remember what the number 2 plate was rated at, but it's a step up. It's a pretty good step up from 0.95. I want to make sure I get that upper lip and get all those little stragglers off of that upper lip. And what's really nice is that this lather has a lot of residual slickness. And part of that is due, a significant part of it is due to, the shaving brush knot and this handle. I mean, it just feels so wonderful in the hand. You can't help but make a good lather with it. Really, really terrific. A little bit of lather right there. Okay, we got rid of it. Okay, second pass down. Let's rinse. Okay, this shave is done. I think it's going to be a BBS finish. No doubt about it. We're going to do our final rinse routine. Warm water rinse and a cold water rinse. And then I'll see you on the other side for the alum block. So hang in there with me. Very, very invigorating. A wonderful cold water rinse. Clean, fresh towel waiting for me right here. Wonderful shave. Really, really wonderful. My gosh. This is going to be a BBS finish. I think I have one little itty bitty phantom nick right here that I noticed during the cold water rinse. And it looks like it's already sealing up. Very, very minute. So we're going to go ahead and use our alum block. We're using the Somata alum block. A big thank you to Team Somata for sending this one along to the channel. This is a great alum block. A lot of real estate and a really nice price point. All right, we're going to run this under some cold water and see how many zings and stings we get. 0.95 millimeter blade gap. The shave felt very, very smooth, but I think it's one of those razors where, it's smooth, but then it's kind of deceptive in that you're getting a really close shave. All right, let's see. All right, here we go. I'm wrong. I thought for sure, because of that little guy right there, I thought for sure, oh man, I'm going to get a lot of zings and stings. Nope. I got no stinging, and maybe, well, right now, maybe a couple of zings here and there, but nothing initially. That's the thing, and nothing on the upper lip, nothing on the lower lip. Even here, where I thought I might have something, no. Wow, a great shave. That was really, really good. And that gem, that Persona gem razor blade, really, really paired up well in this razor. Again, the razor is very, very smooth. It does have a 0.95 millimeter blade gap. So it's getting up there, but boy, is it smooth. Just really, really smooth. So, if you get one, be careful, because I think the smoothness can hide the actual aggression there. Does that make sense? So, I did not need a third pass, is what I'm saying. 3 days worth of beard growth, didn't need a third pass. All right, so there is the alum block. We're going to let the air in the room do the rest of the work here. Now, we're going to show you the... now, I did splash in there a little bit. We're going to show you how this shaving brush just brings this lather back. This knot is marvelous. It really is. And again, I like the slender profile. It doesn't have like a lot of loft that like a big bulb knot. It has a nice slender profile that really matches the shape and the profile of the handle. And look what we got. Look what we got here already. Look at that. Look at that. Look at what we got. So if I did need a third pass, look at that. Look at that. I could do it. Now, we're going to go ahead and slap on some aftershave splash. All right. And let me shake that up a little bit. I don't know if this has alcohol. Yep, it has alcohol. We are going to shake it up a little bit. Okay. That's a nice scent. Wow. Great pick for this shave. A spalted maple shaving brush handle and maple bourbon shave soap and aftershave splash. Perfect. Just went along perfect. Okay. So here we go. Yeah, the triple butter shave soap, wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And this aftershave splash, it just sings. All right, Jimmy V method. We're going to let that the excess alcohol, evaporate a little bit, and then we're going to slap on nothing but the good stuff. We're going to slap on nothing but the good stuff. I'm getting ahead of myself. And we're waiting for that scent to emerge, and there it is. Oh, yeah. Nice. Great shave, because this is a great shaving brush. Let's clean it real quickly, okay? Let's just give it a quick clean. And I'm just going to go ahead and use some warm water, and I'm just going to move that lather out of that knot. All right? And boy, did this knot hold up well in the shave brush. I'm just going to give it some vigorous shakes there. And you know what? This is already clean. I'm going to wipe the handle off there. And that was fast. That was fast. Boy, this knot is great. And I'm just gonna give it a little bit of brushing here like this. Look at that. Huh? And doesn't that look great? It looks absolutely spectacular. I just love this spalted maple. This is really, really just a good looking brush. And again, it's got a great vintage kind of quality to it. Just really, really well made. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Just absolutely gorgeous. And again, that spalted wood pattern in there. Just terrific. And here's the razor stand. And let me show you right here how that razor looks in there like that. Now I'm going to have to hold it steady there, okay? Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? Okay, so it's got enough room for thicker handles. Thicker handled razors. Let me put it to you that way. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, yeah. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I have it here on the table, on the counter, and just put that razor on there. It's just perfectly vertical, up and down. Just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. There it is. From David Lair, INDYBRUSHWORX. We'll have a link below to his Etsy storefront where you can check out all the wonderful shaving gear that he makes. He's a wonderful artisan. This is gorgeous. David, thank you again very, very much. Check out INDYBRUSHWORX. Again, we'll have a link to his Etsy storefront. I mean, he just does some wonderful, he does some absolutely beautiful, beautiful work. Spalted maple shaving brush handle with a Maggard 26mm brown synthetic shave brush knot. Boy, oh boy, that is just great. And you know what? It just fit in there so perfectly like hand in glove when we did the, when we set the knot. So check out that video. It just went so well. So again, my thanks to David Lair for very kindly and generously sending along the shave brush handle and the razor stand. Let me get the razor stand. So again, my thanks to David Lair for very kindly and generously sending along to the channel the Spalted maple shave brush handle and the Spalted maple razor stand. David, thank you again very, very much. All right, that's it. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/marks80, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review in this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap, very easy. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Look at this again. Spalted maple shave brush handle and razor stand from David Lair. What a wonderful artisan and a really, really wonderful fellow wet shaver and a true gentleman. David, thank you again very, very much. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you again real soon.